At stage. There we go. Pastor Apex in the building. All right, let's start this off with a prayer. Lord, please save us from ourselves by giving those who have logic and reason the voice and the courage to go out there and speak their mind and tell the truth about situations that they are examining and that they see, so that we all may have prosperity, happiness, peace, and tranquility for now and forever being. In your name, amen, Cyborg Jesus. Let's get to it. Let's fucking get to it. Let me crack on my Urban Mate. So this show is sponsored by Organic Yerba Mate. If you're looking for a substitute for coffee, check out Yerba Mate because it's pretty good. I like drinking it. It's a good fine difference from whatever it's called, water, whatever else. All right, so we got to talk about some things, many things. I know it's been a minute. I apologize, people, for not putting up frequent shows and talking as normally as I should be. But, man, a savage got to do real shit in real life. I'm sorry, people. A savage got to do what a savage got to do. And so I've been working hard and steady and trying to build my business in real life, working on different infrastructures. I've been reading books, educating myself, building myself into the best possible man I can be so I can be able to lead future generations of men so they can be able to lead future generations of men. And somewhere down along the line, this got lost upon most people. We just don't see this in today's age. Most men taking accountability for these fucking badass retarded youth. We're scared to call the youth out. And I'm starting to say, bro, my fellow man who have the ability to speak and have the ability to listen and have like reason, you need to start calling these young people out for the stupid shit they say and that they do. We let so much bullshit go unchecked. See, and this is what I'm starting to hate about men. Men got all the smoke for women. I see it all day on the timeline. I see it all day on the interwebs. Guys got all this shit to say about women, how women do this, women do that, women do that, blah, blah, blah. But why are we not talking about the men that put themselves in that position to be fucked? I don't care what the woman does. Because you know what? Women are going to do what they can do. This is fucking the base principle of nature. A woman's going to do whatever you allow her to do in your life and to tumultuarize and destroy your life. If you put her in a position to destroy your life, that's on you. And then we need to start looking at those guys and then start questioning and examining why did they make the choice that they fucking made to put themselves in that fucking predicament to where their life can be fried. And that's why the youth is fried, because we put women in charge of our youth. If I gotta get an amen. And when I say we put women in charge of our youth, I mean we put women who are not family in charge of young boys. Why are you as a man putting a woman in charge of raising your young child or raising your young man? Why? What do you know about this woman? Why would you put your most precious assets in the hands of a strange woman? You would never put your most precious assets in the hands of a strange man. So why do you do it for a woman? Oh, because she got titties, she got ass. I might be able to fuck her. That's the problem with you dudes. You guys don't look what's inside a woman's heart and what is in her mind before you make choices. You look at the body and you say, "Oh man, that's a fine body, man. That girl look good. Fuck it, man. I'll risk everything for it." And that's why these niggas get in these situations they be in. This shit ain't rocket science. It is not rocket science. I get so frustrated because as a handyman, as a man who goes in life and I go and I communicate, I'm talking to people. My job is to go into people's homes, make them feel comfortable, and do real hard shit that can fuck around, get me sued if I fuck up. That's my pressure of every day. I'm getting gray hairs because of the shit. As a man who does that, I have to be cautious. I have to look at all the circumstances when I go into a house and really examine and look at what is going on in this situation. What am I looking at? Is there any possible, not casualty, but any possible risk or hazards that if I hit, I'll be responsible for? Why are men not approaching their life like that when it comes to women? Why? Oh, because the pussy, brother. Because we are a sex fiend as low self-esteem men in the West. All these guys got low self-esteem. So many guys have low self-esteem. And this is fucking tragedy because you shouldn't have low self-esteem. You're a man. And if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you're working the way you're supposed to be working, you should be confident in yourself that if a woman leaves, your life's going to still be better. If not, your life's going to be the same, if not better. She's losing out. Most of you guys don't believe you're losing out on the deal when a woman leaves your life. Most guys are not. They don't believe it. Most guys think when the woman leaves, they think that their life is over. And that's not the case, man. That's not the case. And the reason it's not the case is because you were there long before she got there. Like, really, it's so frustrating as a man to watch my brothers sit there and just go into no man's land and get fucking blown up. And you just watch them like, Jesus Christ. And it's like the women don't even have, and really, you know what most guys are doing? They're not even going to no man's land and getting blown up. What they're doing is they're going to no man's land, running to the woman's side, throwing the AK to the woman, standing out there fucking as much surface area as they can and say, please shoot me. And you know what? And the girl's missing. The girl can't even hit you from 10 yards. She has to walk up and go fucking put you on your knees, get on your on your stomach, and then she shoots in the back of the head. That's how most guys are getting done in. Who are we bringing up in here? Approve. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the sermon. Most guys are suiciding themselves by a woman. I don't know if you guys ever heard the term suicide by cop. That's what most men are doing in society. They are suiciding themselves by a woman. They are choosing to give their life over to a woman, and she just irreparably fucks them. How are you doing today, G? Speak to the people.
I'm good, man. I'm just over the whole, and I know you're just harping on it just because it's evident and shit right now, but I'm just over the whole women conversations. We know they're all fried. We all know this. We know they're all fried, but they're fried because of us. I feel like the biggest thing is that I'm seeing my everyday life as like a 25-year-old male, and like especially with my close homies, I have it a little bit, but bro, there's just no brotherhood out here. There's literally, I mean, I had it when I used to go to MMA gyms and shit, but like I don't have time to be going to that shit all the fucking time. I'm not trying to fucking take any fights up. I'm not trying to make a run at that shit, but overall, like I get it. Sometimes I'll go to poker nights and shit and like in town and stuff, and like there's some there, but it's just like there's just no brotherhood out here, man. And it's like sad to see, and every dude's a snake, motherfucking. You can't trust a single soul. I mean, you can trust I can trust my day ones. I know I can trust a couple of them, you know, but it's scarce out here for any type of like camaraderie.
Well, see, here's the thing. What men have lost is there is no such thing as friendship amongst men. That does not exist. There is mutual benefit. If I promise you, if me and you have a mutual benefit, if we succeed together, which is why doing business with you need to start doing business with guys. That's how you've been kinship and camaraderie. It's through kinship of mutual gain. See, if you don't have anything to fucking gather together, if we're not like all the ancient brotherhood, all that shit was because these niggas had to go fight together, or they had to farm together, or they had to build together. So I couldn't what's the word? I couldn't afford for you to be a bitch ass nigga. I had to make sure you're strong because likelihood, my livelihood, my life was dependent upon you not being a fuck nigga. But in today's society, guys, and this is why I'm saying the youth is fried. The youth is fried because they have been inundated with social media, and they have and all the popular things. Because you guys, I don't think most guys realize women make up most of the population. So they're all media, all things that you see that get put out into the interwebs or over commercials and all that shit is formulated to get women to buy things. So guys start to realize, I get more women attention if I act like a fuck nigga. Because what women won't admit is, even though they're disgusted by the drama and disgusted by like guys like Drake, they'll watch it because they love a train wreck. That's why women watch these terrible drama shows and these terrible fucking movies and all this other shit. Because they just like watching fucking terrible stuff. That's just their nature. I don't know how to explain that.
Horrible. I was at this girl's house the other night. She's watching this show called Sex Education, and it's literally just about ugly people hooking up. Like, everyone's ugly. No one's even attractive. And it's all about, like, weird sex. It's insane.
Yeah, well, it's not insane. It's their nature. They weren't designed to be rational creatures that make good decisions on their own. They typically need a man to steer them in the right direction and to be the light. And what so many guys have noticed are they are scared to speak out. They are scared to be men. And what they think is they think women are going to counsel you. No, it's not women that are counseling guys. If you look at like Kevin Samuels, his biggest supporters were actually women. Who was trying to get Kevin Samuels canceled was dudes. See,
Hey,
that's
I had one question about
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels, because I saw some clips on the internet, and I just wanted to, because I'm sure you'd probably know if you followed him heavily, but was it true that he was a homosexual, or was that just like propaganda from black feminists?
that's propaganda. Listen, let me tell you something. What black women always do this shit. If you don't want to fuck a black woman, if she tries to throw you some ass or pussy, they'll call you gay, homophobic. They'll call you gay. They call you broke, little dick, all that shit. Like it's their defense mechanism because they can't be like. Because once again, the black. This is why I say cancel the blacks. We got to cancel the blacks because the blacks have no standards when it comes to fucking, or when it comes to women. They zero standards. I'm a rarity. I'm a fucking rarity when it comes to fucking black dudes. The average black dude will fuck a fucking hippo and have no qualms about it. And he will look at you strange if you don't want to fuck it. And so what happens is because that is the default nature of the black man in America, we get no respect. When a black man has standards and he requires femininity, when he requires a certain behavior, he gets no fucking respect. They call him gay and all that types of shit. But no, that day, he was a real nigga. That was a real fucking savage. Homage to Kevin Samuels, man. He did some fuckery shit, but I mean, no man is without his fuckery shit. So I don't put that upon anybody because humans are humans are messy creatures, man. But what I've noticed with the youth is
the crash out is real. That's for certain. A man low key has to crash out because I mean, I don't know. Unless you just have unless you're really just like some dudes are really brought up and like groomed to be like super successful. Like you see that with super wealthy families, but like a lot of dudes that aren't from super upper class families like that, like no dads are raising them properly like that. So we kind of just go out here and then inevitably have to crash out, and then you're like sitting back and like you're looking at what just happened. You're like, how did I just let this slide for 6 months, year, 2 years? I was just doing too much, shit like that.
This is facts. Crashing out is a good thing. I see. Look, what guys don't understand when I tell people that you're crashing out is because nigga, I crashed out. I crash out every day. Crashing out is a good thing.
I had the most epic crash out story of all time. Like it's like, and it's like so. And I'm like a 25-year-old male, so I've been growing up with this internet influence, right? I was 18, or we started on social media when I was about iPhones and study hall in fucking sophomore year. So like that's when the programming started. And bro, holy shit! Just looking back on where my head was at and like certain things I was doing, like it just. I'll give you one example, right? So know Brood of your content on Brood and your opinions on Brood.
Yeah.
And I still fuck with him. I still fuck with his perspective. I think there is some. I think he's obviously a scammer and shit, but
he has truth.
I think
he speaks some
his
truth.
Perspective is a little bit valuable. But for me, for instance, I made a run at the market right after just. I used to play it safe for years, just playing shares and shit, making good money.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went super risky with it after just consuming his content and just myself and being like, this is like because me and him have the same style with shit, kind of. Like a lot of the guys that follow him don't, but me and him sort of fucking do. I know you're not into astrology, but I kind of am. I think there's some merit in it a little bit, but basically I went run at the market, right? Pretty much with all my liquidity, basically all my bread. I was like, fuck it, we're going all in, just completely just jacking this dude's whole swag and trying to apply it to my situation. Mm-hmm. And guess what happened?
Guess
what happened? No, it worked.
Word. Congrats.
No, but then I started feeling myself, right? And then what happens?
Oh, you got wrecked. You didn't. Yeah, you realized it was a fluke.
I was, but bro, like it was insane. So it was like this month run where I was making and I have the receipts. I could post receipts where I was making like anywhere from 3 to, I shit you not, playing stock options last September 2022, my best month. my best day was fucking 49 G's playing stock options.
Oh,
and this
impressive.
Yeah, like legitimate stupid bread. And then I went like a dumbass using Brute's mantra, like with this in the back of my head. I put it all short on Tesla, right? September 22. Right before it crashes. But my dumbass, being inexperienced with options, using another man's mantra, I only went out a week on the contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they ripped Tesla back up. I'm sweating. I'm averaging down on all the contracts like a fucking maniac. If anyone knows stock options, they know how insane and basically a Ponzi scheme it is. But you can still make a fuck ton of money. And so they're just ripping it back up. I'm averaging down those contracts knowing I only have fucking a week for this thing to fucking tank. And I need it. I bought YOLOs. Like, I need this fucker to fucking tank. So my account goes from fucking, it's like at fucking, basically I blew, under 200K of liquidity, about 175K in about a week span, a 2 week span. You know what I mean? And just now I'm just building back up, fucking licking my paw, licking my wounds, and just trying to collect myself, really.
Well, see, one of the things I try to teach the young man, this is one of the things that like you got to learn about money. I don't recommend stock options. I don't recommend crypto. I don't recommend those markets for a young guy. What you should spend all your money in as a young guy is essentially figuring out building your skill set and building yourself physically and finding mentors. I would spend all my last dime on just making myself into a better human. Because what you start to
gay. The mentor stick is so gay. I feel like everyone's always like, find a mentor.
Well, here's the thing: the mentor finds you. So you got to relax. When you start to build yourself into a man, when you start to build yourself, you start to actually do things. What happens is the universe has a funny way of working itself out. So what I call is like there's a universal like hole that you're digging out. I mean, trying to climb out of. And when you're first in the hole, you're too weak to do anything. So what you got to do is build yourself up in the hole. Strengthen yourself, strengthen your mind, and then you start to climb. Then you fall back down. You start to climb, you fall back down. You start to climb, you fall back down. But you're so far deep in the hole, nobody sees you. But the more you build yourself, the better, the stronger, and better that you get. Eventually, you get to a point where you can almost get to the top of the hole, and that's where your mentor will find you. And he gives you a hand, and he lifts you up to get you out that hole, so then you can go find out, holy shit, I'm in a bigger hole than I thought. And then you work with that guy to figure out how to get out that hole. And you keep climbing out the holes until you get on flat land, where then you're like essentially seeing the truth of the world. I don't believe in like paying for mentorship. I believe like the way that man works is as you start to develop and you develop the certain skills, it's like, how can I put it? If you're learning math, if you're a fucking kid trying to learn basic arithmetic, you don't really need a calculus mentor. You don't need one. You need to figure out how to do 1 + 1. The mentor ain't going to do dick for you. You start needing a mentor once you start to get to the higher levels of the game that actually require some finesse to it. And so often, most guys look for the mentor as a ways of trying to cheat code the game. My mentor found me when I planted an orange. That's funny as fuck. And so what you start to realize is the mentor wants to see you get to a certain level because he understands there's a standard distribution of talent or hard work and effort. That hard work and effort, he knows once you get to a certain threshold, he knows, okay, this guy, like say if you're a fighter, this guy, he knows how to throw a jab, he knows how to throw a hook, he knows how to stop a takedown, throw a leg kick, how to scramble. He knows how to run, he trains, he does everything diligent. I can work with this model now. I can do something with them. Most guys want the mentor when they don't know how to fucking run or drink water properly. And it's like, no, get the fuck out of here. I don't need you yet. You're not ready yet. Let me see. Show me that you actually can prove yourself. And that's the problem with the fried youth. The fried youth has been given so many cheat codes to the fucking game of life via the interwebs, and they see so many bad like influencers and these figures that now they think just because they see it, if they mimic it, they're there. And now that all these other dumb retards, because now we have a flood of retards being produced. Like back when I was a young lad, you would get held back in school. We don't hold kids back in school anymore. We just keep passing them along. Oh, you're fine, Jimmy. Even though you're a fucking retard, you're fine. Just keep going. Because the teachers don't want to deal with these motherfuckers. So we keep pushing dumb fuckers through the system, and then they come out at 18, and all they have is Andrew Tate to fucking guide them. And that's why we're in the situation that we're in right now currently. The youth is looking for easy ways to fucking try to cheat code the game, and there's enough snake oil salesmen via the interweb to help them fulfill that fucking terrible fantasy. As opposed to when I was a young lad, there was no cheat codes. There was no book. You had to go out there in the world and go do some shit, figure things out, play around, get some books, go read. There was no join the new Matrix, join the new world, and you can come join us, and then we'll teach you how to fucking make money. No, there was none of that shit. You had to go shake and maneuver and figure some shit out. Oh, go ahead, my man. I heard that you're trying to get loose. All right, but anyway. Oh, go ahead.
I was just listening.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but like what I'm starting to see, and this is the same thing when it comes to women. This is why we are in such a dire situation. This is why the young kids are ruining women in society. We got 16, like the boys from ages like 14 up to about like 22 are ruining women in society. So by the time a woman, if she is like 21 or something like that, and she comes across me, I am such a foreign figure to her. When she sees me, she looks at me like a brute, like a fucking animal, because I'm saying like, no, I'm not going to just fuck you. I just met you. Why would I just fuck you? That doesn't make any sense. Like, what's your paperwork? Are you clean? Like, what are you doing? Wait, what's your job? You why do you have these tattoos for? What is all this? Why? And then they'll ask you, why are you asking me all these questions? Nobody asks me questions like that. I don't have to tell you anything. I'm like, all right, well, I don't have to deal with you then. Have a good day. And they don't know how to process that. Like, if you know what's crazy? I had women tell me this. Most women have never been broken up with. Most women don't get broken up with till about the age, I would say like 27, 28 is when your average woman in America gets broken up with. Outside of that, she's running shit. Wait, I got you.
The thing about Gen Z dudes, we just kind of like string a girl along. We just like have a girl in our back type shit, and we can't be alone for real. So we just string a bitch along, keep her in the back pocket, and in our head we're like telling ourselves that we're always going to take care of this girl, but we know at the end of the day that's probably not true.
Yeah, you guys are still in pussy. Yeah, that's what we gotta call it. It's I call it mental rape. We are mentally raping women because you're getting pussy under false pretenses, which is just as good as rape. And that's why bitches. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we're lying. We're lying to ourselves, and then therefore we're lying to women because we're lying to ourselves. We don't even. I saw this one funny ass clip, bro. I saw the funniest clip today on IG. Oh my god, it was so goddamn funny. It was a fucking Ukrainian male, and he was with his bitch, right? And the street and they were in Miami. The street interviewer was interviewing him, and he's like, I forget what he asked him, but he's basically like, yeah, we escaped last year from the Ukraine war. This male said this. He's like, I escaped the Ukraine war with my girl, and we're here in Miami. And we just started a couple stitches, and one of them took off. And I'm sitting there like, holy, what the And then the guy asked him, he's like, do you think people should stay and fight in the war? For the war. And the guy's like, well, it's everyone's decision, but yes, the noble cause, and you should stay in bed. So I'm in my head, I'm like, hey, 20 bands at the Ukrainian embassy to get the fuck out of Dodge. Now you're in Miami with your bitch, hiding behind your bitch, saying you're here with trying to protect her.
Yeah,
and
cowards.
I got to see the clip. It's insane.
I'm not even surprised.
The dude just talked to himself about his reasons for being there. And in the back of my head, I'm like, this dude's definitely cheating with some IG broad in Miami. He's definitely cheating on his bitch. Like,
yeah, that's the average man. The average man is a coward. And what you start to learn as you grow and you begin to understand, man, the average man is a coward. He's fearful, he's cowardice, and he does not want to embrace his role. I'm telling you, most men flee from responsibility.
I do. I 100% do.
Well, I mean, you got to learn how to go over that. Now, at the same time, when I was 25, nigga, I don't think I was trying to fucking take on too many responsibilities. But as you grow, but the problem is now we have gone to this stage where we have the old cats. So, like, what has happened is pussy used to be hard to get. I'm not gonna say hard to get, but you used to have some type of finesse. You used to have some be able to keep it real with a chick. You used to have to. How can I put it? Women had better standards with who they were fucking. They weren't just outright with it. Like now, I'm not gonna say that as bad as it is now, but it was a little bit. It wasn't as bad as it is today. You wouldn't be able to get pussy as easy as you did today. All you gotta be now is 6 feet and square jaw, and a bitch will throw you some ass. That's how easy it is today. Masculinity, you can really just walk in most people's houses and fuck the girl, essentially. But what has happened is these older cats who got no ass, like the Tomo Rioli, all those masculinity guys, those Donovan Sharp, the Fresh and Fit, these motherfuckers who were nerds their whole life, geeks their whole life, have basically sold this idea that you just increase your sexual marketplace value and then you can sleep with all these women. But that was never the point of the sexual marketplace value. The point of raising your value as a man, like pussy was always supposed to be just like there. It was never supposed to be like a thing that you had to actually work for to get. Like the relationship part was the part that you had to work for to get to be able to make a woman actually want to be with you. But now we have essentially created a market where guys build their sexual marketplace value, build themselves up to this thing just to sleep with women. And that's the tragedy, because now we got guys who are actually top flight dudes in most of their arenas in life, and they're not having families. They're just fucking women all day. And it's fucking the market up. So now what we have is the middle guy, I would say, or the all-around guy, the guy who has who's just a solid dude, a guy who's making $67,000 a year, has his own house, maybe a car. He can't get a fucking woman. Because now all women do is they're either going to sleep with the bottom 10% of dogs, or they go with the top 10% of guys. And you see this if you go outside and you look at the marketplace. There's some women that have horrendous boyfriends. I look at these guys, I said, what the fuck are they dating? Why would you ever date this guy? And then you have women who are like, they're basically following some rich dude who's not like, am I making sense? Are you guys seeing this in society when we walk around?
Yeah, bro, all the time.
Yes.
Why we all follow each other.
I see it daily.
We're literally all the same people, bro. No one fucks with us because we're all just kind of like, well, everyone kind of fucks with us, but then they also like don't fuck with us because we just say the shit that no one wants to talk about all the time.
Yeah, because it makes guys. Here's the thing, because most guys don't want to acknowledge what the truth is and how they're really living out here. A lot of guys are pretending behind the fucking computer screen, talking that masculinity shit, and they're not really living it. Like, I'm telling you right now, masculinity ain't dead, bro. I'm out here in real life living this shit, and niggas treat me like I'm Jesus.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely not.
It's fucking insane. It really is insane. Like I got like fucking housewives fawning over me in front of their husbands, showing me off in front of their husbands. I got fucking top gays trying to give me their girl, setting up fucking situations for me to rail their chick. Single women just trying to like it's honestly it's so perplexing. But the problem is, go ahead.
Me and my homies, right? So what I saw this weekend, my homies like, and we go out to we kind of like, not to be corny, but like, fucking Bruce Force's like home turf theory.
Yeah.
I've been running that at a couple spots in my town or whatever, right? And just me and my couple close buddies that I usually pop out with on the weekends or whatever, chasing tail and shit, wasting our lives, but and doing a couple other things as well. But so we'll pop out. I'll hit the same spot. Fuck, where is I going with this? What happened?
I can tell y'all a story today, man. I had a very interesting day today. So I come into a house, and it's I walk in, and dog, it's a beautiful woman. I'm like, holy shit, this is a dime piece. And she's like, oh my god, like you're the guy. I was like, yeah, I'm the guy. She's like, okay, you look well prepared. And so she's talking to me, she's flirting, and I'm just looking at her in her face. Like if you can see me on YouTube, I'm looking at her the same way I look at the camera. Okay, yeah, gotcha. All right, and she's looking at me perplexed, like what the fuck? Like the looks aren't working. She's like, what's going on here? So she disappears for a little bit. I go in her closet. I'm looking at retail therapy, fucking madness 101. Like that's another thing too, man. If men have, bro, I see these women's closets. I see single women's houses, bro. 2030 is gonna be outrageous. I don't think niggas understand. I'm in the belly of the beast. I'm in the fucking belly of the beast. So I'm seeing this shit live. I got trench fucking wisdom. Niggas don't understand. So I'm looking. This bitch got like stripper heels, mini dresses. Her closet collapsed because she had too many fucking clothes on one thing. And so I'm looking like, oh my God, the other shit's about to collapse too. And so I get done. It takes me like 5 minutes to fix. And I call her like, hey, ma'am, like it's all done. She's like, you don't have to call me ma'am. You can call me redacted. I'm like, okay, I got you, ma'am. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable calling you by your first name. She's like, well, no, please call me my first name. He's like, you make me feel old. And I was like, okay, I apologize, redacted. And so I'm like, she's like, well, how do I pay you? And I was like, oh, I can just, I have a job I have to hurry up and get to. I can just send the information. She's like, no, stay. Let me get your information. And so I'm trying like to actively like try to avoid to get out the situation. I'm thinking about Asian 4. Asian 4 been on niggas' mind for a long time now. And so I'm not gonna lie, the hair extensions in the closet. Oh. No, she had natural hair.
I'm not seeing a lot of messy organized. I'm mainly messing with like just out of college or maybe at the end of their college career women still. And I'm seeing a lot of super messiness. I'm seeing a lot of like, so you're underfucked theory.
Yeah.
I'm seeing fucking massive amount of just under.
Yeah.
Like when it's and when you do put it down, it's like insane.
Yeah.
Like,
but here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Guys don't understand this. There's a trade-off for all things. There's no such thing as free sex in this game. So if you're trying to come and just pipe, you need to set up like a payment system where she's paying you for you. I'm dead ass because here's the problem. If you don't do that, if you don't have some type of arrangement set up, like either we're going to be in a courtship where like, okay, no sex, I'm just interacting with like this. If she's not paying you for it, what she's going to start to believe in is that you are her man. And then she goes into fucking protective. What the fuck you doing? Who you talking to? You're my guy. I gave you pussy. You owe me. And that's when it starts to come into that situation. So you got to really test your gangstership. Tell her like, look, man, you're cool and everything. Oh, what? I remember
my story from earlier now. It just hit me.
Okay, let me finish this. Let me finish this point real quick though. I gotta explain the reason why dick must be paid for, especially as the years go on, because you're gonna put yourself in a real bad bind.
That's me for the past like 5 years until I wisen up.
Yeah, me too, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell niggas, but like nobody taught me. I stumbled upon that. Like, you gotta start paying me to be your man with these modern women, because if not, they're gonna try to run shit on you. Because like my girl used to try to have me go on dates. I'm like, look, I don't want to go on a date. I don't want to leave the house. I'm fine just right here on my fucking computer doing shit. She's like, what the fuck? Like, you don't take me. I'm like, look, how about this? If you pay for it, I'll go. I'll escort you out. And she's like, oh, I swear to God. And guess what? The bitch pays. She paid. I promise you, she paid. I'm not paying for it.
You're like mantra with women, right? Because I'm trying to imagine you running this on an extreme, and I know you're all about the Asian 4. I'm trying to imagine you running this on a fucking 8, 9, or 10.
They're the easiest to run it on.
Is your mantra just essentially that a bitch just has to enjoy your company, essentially?
Yeah, or I'm out. I'm too happy by myself. I'm too happy. My self-esteem is too high. My self-esteem is too high.
Especially how overpriced entertainment is now. It's kind of like,
yeah. And listen, the girls, listen, here's the thing. This is why you're foolish to be paying for dates. She already got a whole line of motherfuckers that are paying her money. I'll tell you, nigga, if a bitch is scrambling for money, I promise you she has at least 6 or 7 guys. Because I'm telling you, I have ex-girlfriends that I would talk to, and they will tell me, they will give me the game. She used to tell me, man, this guy's such a pussy, but he just gives me money. Like, look at this. And like a guy with Cash App him like $200, $300. I'm like, this is insane. He's like, I hope you have a good weekend, baby. Here's some money for you. And this is like a 30-year-old broad, 29-year-old broad. So I can only imagine how these 23, 24-year-old chicks are running niggas. Running niggas' pockets, shaking niggas' pockets. So I know for a fact they can get the money if they need to get it. Especially these tech bros. And you know who'd be down the worst? Tall niggas, these tech bros, these sales bros, cops and shit. These niggas be down worse. Those niggas who be simping the hardest. Athletes down horrendously. Niggas.
I have two stories actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Speak your mind, brother.
So I have a theory about girls that are 8, 9s, and 10s.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that they all have in common is that they have like an insane crisis going on at all times. They're never ever at a state of equilibrium, which I mean, a lot of women aren't. Women are very, they get into a lot of dramas, but these chicks never in a state of equilibrium at all.
Yep.
So you can basically set it up so like you can just be the guy like to just take care of business for her, essentially, whatever it may be, even if just giving her a sense of safety. And by you doing that, you can get her to do anything you want.
Bingo. Once again, nature never like people could talk all this modern woman shit, all these other things. At the end of the day, at the end of the goddamn day, masculinity is a finite resource. You cannot, there's no way to buy it. You can't fucking create it. There is no way to create masculinity. It's shit's like gold. There's a finite resource. So women in reality, they are paying premium for masculinity. I'm telling you, old ladies give me the biggest tips. Sometimes I fuck around and like, I was like, okay, like I remember I did a job for this old married couple, probably like 60, 70 years old. I fixed the nigga's computer for him. And she's like, well, how much is it going to cost? I was like, oh, just like $50. She's like, no. That's ridiculous. And she called the husband, get this man 150 and add a tip. I was like, holy shit. I'm telling you, bro, it's not dope. Masculinity is not going anywhere. These women, they can talk all that crazy shit, but at the end of the night, these hoes is crying themselves to sleep to fucking terrible fucking movies on Netflix. Sad, miserable. I have chicks call me. I had one, here's the crazy, then the ones who be down the worst are the really good looking career chicks. They are down the worst path, worse than anybody. And here's why. They're down so bad because they're making a ridiculous money. They're making a ridiculous amount of money. And they know they're not really good at their job. They know they're not good at their job. But everybody at the office like cheers them up. They talk them up like, oh my God, woman, you're so great. You're this. All the guys trying to fuck them. Whenever they go out in public, all it is just guys trying to throw dick at them all day. They don't know who to trust. They have some Chad that's ramming them, but they don't really like him because he's just a tool. That's another thing we got to talk about. A lot of these guys that are Chads, these 6 foot square jaw niggas, all they got is dick. That's all they're coming with. They got no leadership though. They got no real ability to guide and give gospel to a chick to help her and help her make her life better. All he can do is, hey, I got club and dick. That's all they're coming with. So when they meet a sophisticated savage, and this is what I'm trying to tell guys, like, bro, you don't have to be fucking super jacked. Like, it helps. You don't have to be a top level. If you can do the man shit, which is make her environment more comfortable, she'll love you. She'll fall in love with you because that stays around her 24/7. That's why these hoes be falling in love with me. I was trying to figure out why are these girls like, why are they going crazy over me? It's because I fix something that even the Chad can't fix. I fix something that the Simps can't fix. I'm fixing something that they can't do themselves. I'm a necessity. They need me because they don't know how to fix their fucking closet. They can't fix the fucking guardrail. They can't put a bathroom fucking toilet paper ring roll on. So they'll sit there with no toilet paper ring. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it's insane. Handyman like, if you become a handyman, if you can avoid the temptation of fucking them, and that's why I say find Asian 4 or find an escort. If you can keep your mind right, you will start to see the real light of what reality is and where 2030 is going.
Preach.
I'm trying to tell guys, man. Like, I'm starting the church of Apex. So these women are looking for salvation. They went to they thought it was in college. It wasn't in college. All they found was fucking alcoholic tattoos and fucking frat niggas. They went to the career field. Wasn't anything over there. They've been searching for that guy. And like I try to explain to him. That's great to hear, Eric. I'm very happy, man. Hey, keep grinding, keep working, brother, and make sure don't let those bitch ass niggas try to punk you. Cause those niggas, bitch ass niggas, oh my God, these fucking bitch ass trade niggas. Trade niggas, some bitch ass niggas too. They're just too dumb to work in the office. They can't figure out computers and stuff. So they gotta go sit around and do electrical shit. But anyway, like I had a chick, bro. It's insane how many women like call me back, like young, beautiful tech workers, girls that are like, you look at like this girl's gorgeous. She has money. She has her own house. She has all this shit to herself. This girl is calling me over. Can you fix a light bulb for me? And so like I call like, wait, you need me to fix a light bulb? She's like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm like, well, is it just not turn on? She's like, I don't know. I was like, okay. She's like, when's your earliest appointment? I was like, I could probably get to you like maybe like 2 days from now, a day from now. Can you get here today? No, I got work. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, hold on, man. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And I started to realize, oh my God, they're using me for therapy. You start to realize a lot of these girls are having mental breakdowns. I'm telling you, if we stop fucking them for like a month, they will fold and give in to all our demands. But see, niggas don't got dick discipline. Niggas don't got that type of discipline to fucking really stop and be men and really start to sit down and really evaluate a woman. Too many guys will betray. That's why I say the youth is fried, and we got to probably get rid of like 80% of dudes. 89% of dudes, we got to ship these niggas on a boat and get them fuck out of here somewhere. Send them to Afghan. Because no, real shit though, because these niggas talk that masculinity, they talk that manhood shit, but behind the scenes, these niggas going top gay. They don't want to admit it, but they going top gay. And you know what's funny? Yeah, go ahead, brother.
There's this guy on Twitter, fucking bro. This dude had a pause as at name. I think his at name was like Nut Freak.
Yeah, Nut Freak. I'm aware of him.
So he got exposed, right?
Yeah.
For running like a sales scam. He was trying to get people to.
I saw that.
Sales commission team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got fucking exposed as just like pretty much. He got bitch, pretty much.
Yeah, I hear lying to motherfuckers.
Because he was one of those people. He was one of those people, just rah-rah, hyper masculinity shit. And I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like probably. All right, so the bigger accounts, maybe like 1K, 2K plus. These dudes probably running some sort of scam.
Yeah, for the most part.
90% of them.
It's bullshit.
Then there's the guys that are like fucking 16 and they're like 6-figure agents, motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
Who the fuck believes that?
I'm telling you, that's what I mean. The youth is so fried. They don't understand math. They're like women. These new young niggas are basically women, essentially. They're essentially women, but like in boys' skin. And so what we have is, and I did a YouTube video about this called the Lost Boy Epidemic. We have a lot of lost boys wandering this planet right now. This is bad. Because these niggas. What's up?
It's horrible.
Yeah. And as a teacher, I started to identify this. So like I was a teacher about 5-6 years ago. And I've been watching and monitoring my students over the last like 5 or 6 years. And so I had like secret suspicions about who's going to turn to what, who's going to be all right, who was destined to be a top gay. And now I'm starting to see like, oh, like, yeah, I see what happens now. Like a lot of these kids, like I was telling you the story about the kid with the girlfriend. They pump these girls up in their like on their stories. Oh, my beautiful girlfriend, and they're taking pictures of her and put them all over his story. I'm like, brother, why are you worshiping a girl? He's like, bro, it's not right for me to show off my girl. I'm like, brother, that ain't your girl. He's like, it is my girl. I'm like, are you niggas married? He's like, well, that's the wifey. I was like, nigga, that's not the wife. A wife is it's an actual definition. There's a term for wife. It means something. Well, I feel like she's my wife. I'm going to propose to her. I'm like, nigga, she's going to tell you no. He's like, why you say that, man? Why you shit on me? Why? He's like, you're 30 years old. Should you have a family? Why you shitting on a 17-year-old kid? I'm like, nigga, you ain't a kid no more, brother. I don't know who told you this bullshit, nigga. As soon as those balls drop, nigga, you're in manhood now. Welcome to the game. Fuck you talking about? And so these boys, they really don't think that they're men. See, once your balls, And once you understand right from wrong, I put you in the category as a man. You're a young man to me.
Real shit. Real shit.
I don't believe in that.
You're basically a man at 14.
Yeah. I don't believe in that preteen shit. None of that stuff. I tell these young niggas, brother, as soon as you can talk and you understand right from wrong, nigga, you a threat. If you tell me some shit like you're gonna try to hurt me, nigga, I gotta hurt you. I gotta kill you, brother. It's nothing personal. Apex come back to coach Dixie State. Nah, nigga, I ain't coaching no football, nigga. I'm good on football. Football's dying. Football's a dying sport. Oh, actually, to tell you the truth, all sports are going to be dying sports in the coming years because the athletes that we're producing are not going to be the same. Like the entertainment factor is no longer there anymore. See what has happened with social media
for gambling.
Exactly. That's the only reason it exists right now. The essence of sports has essentially been degraded because we have pushed social media. We have pushed these this external thing. And like I like what that Oregon coach said about Dion. I don't care much about football, but he says they're doing it for the clicks. We're doing it for the whatever the fuck, the substance. We don't look guys look at football as a vehicle to get popular. As a vehicle, not even they don't even look at it for money anymore. They look at it as a way to become a popular guy on Instagram. That's what most of these guys do it for. When I played football, I had two reasons why I love playing football. One was to get me into school. I looked at it as a means to an end. And two, because I just like hitting niggas, man. I was just a violent motherfucker as a young lad.
Yeah, my best friend right now, he's on the Rams practice squad. My best friend I grew up with, and all he talks about to me is how he wants to come home and how he hates it.
Yeah. It's not what it used to be. The game is not anymore. It's Rod S. Who the fuck is Rod S, man? This nigga knew me from Dixie? That's cool. I guess so. But what I'm trying to say, why the youth is so fried is I saw this when I was a substitute teacher in school. They got old ass teachers, and they're primarily all women. It's not a knock on women, but a young woman. I mean, not a young woman. Any woman does not know how to deal with a savage 13-year-old kid. They just don't know how to deal with it. There's nothing you could do because a 13, 12, a young kid, a young boy is the most savage he's ever going to be. Because then once he gets introduced to society, he has to kind of change the way he behaves. He can't be that same fucking crazy little motherfucker. So every time he expresses his masculinity, every time he expresses his rage, his real savage nature, he gets punished for it. And over years, it's very hard for a young man to keep that fire because there's nobody in the school teaching him, bro, keep being you, man. Don't fucking let these people get you down. Fuck them. There's nobody teaching them. And then guys like me who were teaching young niggas like that, they kick us out. I've been kicked out of every fucking job that I had to do. Any job that like women rule over me, I got kicked out. Because they're just like, this nigga's too crazy. No, he's too much. Especially like older women that don't have kids. They take a great vendetta because I remind them of the fucking guy in high school that used to shit on them. And so they get you out the paint. And so what happens is a young man, he has nowhere to go to. He has no outlet. He can't talk to his dad. His dad probably got cucked. His dad's in a situation where he can't really say what he wants to say to his wife. He can't treat his wife like he needs to treat her. Like one of the greatest things, this is what I love. I love old white couples. Any couple over 60 and older that's white, oh my God, I love these people. Like I want to be like, I'm an adopted grandson to a lot of old white people. You white niggas don't fucking say hello to your grandparents. I'm telling you right now, Apex knows. You niggas don't call them. But it's so funny because the husband be telling his bitch like, bitch, shut up. I'm talking to him. And I'll be like, whoa. And the woman, she'll sit there and laugh like, oh, that's funny. I like that. They still got the essence of what it means to be human. Because sometimes he's like, man, bitch, you talking too much. Let the man talk. And so he be like, these old guys, they check their woman. But the woman is happy because she knows that like we had a beautiful life together. We got to share so many memories. He made my life what it is. Without him, I wouldn't be in this situation. Like one lady was telling me, like, yeah, my husband, like my sister, she married a millionaire, but she's not really all that happy with it. But he's like, I love my husband. He gave me this beautiful life. We might not be the super richest, but we have a home. We have beautiful grandkids. And I get to experience things like this with you. And like she's thankful for the idea because she understood that I'm so happy I stuck in the marriage for 40, 50, 60 years. And this man, I supported this man. He built something of himself. And we got to share a fucking life together. And that gives me hope because that's what the real game is about. But these new hoes, they don't understand that because they know these new husbands, these new fathers, these new dads, these niggas scared. They didn't check their bitch off the get-go. So if you're not checking your girl off the get-go, then she's not respecting what you bring in for fucking 50 years. You gotta come out the gate like, man, my foot's on your neck at all times, but I love you. I'm doing it for your own good. Because a father's love is fucking the power to say no and putting confines and boundaries around shit because he knows you niggas are stupid. You're gonna touch the hot stove. So he's like, nigga, don't touch the hot stove. That's why the gate's there. Oh, go ahead.
Coming at it from a perspective like that, like a father-daughter or father-daughter type relationship.
Yeah, and that's how you
are you
go ahead.
Putting your hands on your girl at any point in time?
No, I don't have to. You shouldn't have to put your hands on your girl. You walk away. Okay. This is where Blueface fucked up. This is why Blueface in the situation he did.
Now he's a nigga retarded.
Yeah, but because he had no, like, I don't know what's up with Blueface. This nigga's he's dumb, but he's arguing like you should never have to argue with your woman.
Because a father spanks his daughter now, like.
Well, you shouldn't have to spank your daughter. What you should be is they should look at you with such respect and admiration because they see you doing man shit. Okay. And the problem is a lot of niggas ain't doing man shit. They should see you out there in the yard cutting grass. They should see you out there fixing cars. They should see you out there doing real shit, cleaning guns, shooting shit, hunting, doing man shit that they know that they can't do. And they look at you with respect and admiration. You should never like now your sons, even my sons. Like I think about this. I don't have any kids yet, but I already know how I'm going to raise my sons. But I got to go back, wetbacks, raw the credit. No, like with your sons, I look at like how I'm going to punish my sons. Because with your daughter, all you got to do is just give her a look and fucking just show that you're really disappointed. Because women don't want to disappoint men they respect. Men they respect and admire, they don't want to have you look at them differently. They want you to admire them and tell them they look pretty. And I learned this because I taught all different grades from fucking 5 years old up to college and high school. Young girls, they like attention. So they're doing something you don't like, you just don't show them attention. You ignore them, and then they get sad, and then they like, well, I don't want you not to show me attention. And then they behave themselves. Boys, you gotta fucking let these niggas smack their head or fucking show them that I can fuck you up. Now you don't actually hurt them, but you gotta show them like, look, young nigga, I can put the hands on you at any point in time. I can kill you at any point in time if I feel like it. So fucking figure it out.
I think in my childhood, at least, when my dad would discipline me and then with my sister, because he would I would get like the belt type shit, the fucking kind of going crazy with the belt or whatever. But then when he would discipline her, I felt like he only did it just to make me feel better about it. Like, yeah, she gets a little something too. Would it be like a little like spoon on her ass or something like that?
Yeah, something soft, nothing too crazy. But like with boys, like I kind of figured out with boys, I'm gonna give my son like, okay, son, so you did some stupid shit because you have to teach your boy. I don't believe in just violently hitting them. They don't learn anything because then they start to hide shit. So I say, look, let's sit down and talk. Okay, what'd you do? I did this. Why'd you do it? Well, I did it because of this. Okay, so we got two options, son. Which one do you want? Psychological torture or physical torture? So if we do physical torture, it'll be some shit like, okay, I need you to go outside, dig 10 holes by 5 foot by 5 foot, then fill them back up. And then we're going to plant some trees. And so you teach them how to fix things and you teach him a skill set that's through hard manual labor. So he's not just getting his ass, because getting his ass kicked doesn't do anything. You end up creating Sean Strickland, which is not a bad thing, but we don't want to a bunch of Sean Stricklands running around. But you have him do something hard that he doesn't want to do, and he learns something from it. And then he learns that I built something beautiful from my mistake. I learned something and I built something beautiful from it. Or you do psychological torture, which is, okay, son, since you want to act like an asshole in school, you're not going to school today. What you're going to do is, here's a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Put it together. When you figure that out, you can go outside again. And sit there and let them fucking figure out the jigsaw puzzle. Or make them sit there and write 30 pages of the dictionary. Write down all these books. Go. And so what happens is you're building his mind. You're taking away what he likes, which is his freedom. Are you making him do something hard where he's doing sweat, but he's learning equity? He's learning, I can, even though I made a mistake, I can still atone for it by doing something positive in the environment that gives back to people, which is what the essence of the punishment should be. So he learns a lesson from it. But when you just fuck your kid up or beat him up and you just make him sit in a room by himself, he does all it does is he just gets angry. He says, okay, next time I'm not going to get caught. And then you create criminals. And that's what happens with the black community, because they don't talk to their kids. They just spank them, beat them, and say, don't do that shit again. And then they fucking go back and do what the fuck they were doing. And they don't break down what the fuck happened. Because a boy, you have to teach a boy through hardship and through tedious education, because a boy needs to understand in this life, mistakes cost. You can't just get your ass kicked and go back to regular life. That's not how life works. If you fucking rob a bank, guess what? They're not going to just say like, oh, well, you get your ass kicked and now you're done. No, nigga. Let's go to prison. You got to atone for this. You're going to be gone for a while. So you show them small microcosms of what reality actually is for a man. But we don't do this with boys. We try to treat them like they're, I don't know what we try to teach boys. Like, we don't really try to do anything. They just give up on boys. And so what's going to happen? It's just going to bite us in the ass, because in the future, we're not going to have reliable men that understand redemption, understand how to atone, how to rebuild and fix what they once fucked up. And see, this is dangerous for society. And that's why the youth is fried. I try to help these young niggas out on the interwebs by pointing out how stupid they are sometimes. But since they have other young niggas that support them, and due to peer pressure, they really feel like I'm the big bully, or I'm the loser, because I'm sitting there taking time to fucking show them some tough love, because they never had no tough love in their life. They've been fucking babied by their mama and rallied on by other dumb young niggas. And so now we got young niggas talking about they know how to weaponize energy. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is weaponizing energy? What are you talking about? What's your skill set? There's no these young niggas got no skill set. They got no abilities. They ain't working towards nothing. They ain't striving towards shit.
What I'm seeing right now is because I'm in this weird spot where I'm now back in the middle, and I have homies that are extremely disenfranchised and just down horrendously. And then I have homies that are extremely hyper successful, like my buddy that plays for the said football team I said earlier. But weirdly enough, my buddy's that's playing for an NFL football team is still dating a girl we went to high school with. And then my buddies that are down super horrendously are slamming all the women every weekend at the bar.
They're what? All the women?
They're having sexual relations with new women every weekend at random clubs in town.
Yeah. Well, it's the dichotomy, I'm telling you. The middleman, the man who's actually, see, the problem with your football homie is he's going to crash out, but later, this is what happens to all athletes. Athletes that are not intelligent, they end up crashing out later in life at like 40-something, once their career is over. Because they spend a lifetime, because he's still essentially a child. He's not a man yet. Like, I understand football is a tough thing, but it's not actually beneficial to society. So you get like that Travis Kelce situation where he's trying to date a fucking that Taylor Swift girl so he can get attention.
Yeah.
Because really think about that, nigga. Like, I don't know how old the Travis Kelce guy, but I can only imagine he's somewhere between like 27, 30, something like that. Taylor Swift's pushing how old now? She got to be in her 30s, I imagine. So he's so Instagram hungry, so social media like hungry and for attention that if you look at it from a natural standpoint, from a biological standpoint, he's dating a woman he should not be dating. Taylor Swift should be with some guy that's like 50-something, really. And Travis Kelce should have like a 20-something-year-old woman he's training up and wife and having a family with. Like, he should be out here moving like Phillip Rivers. If you guys know who Phillip Rivers is, I think got like 10 kids.
Yeah.
Real nigga. Real nigga, bro. That's a real one.
You think that could be what he's trying to do? Trying to dip in like the generate, trying to build some fucking Beyonce, Jay-Z shit?
No. He's just crashing out.
He's just getting attention.
He's just looking for attention like a female.
He's gonna hit it a couple times and then.
Yeah, just looking for attention.
It's a very weird when you see his like. I saw a picture of his ex-girlfriend going around, and when you go from a woman with that much sex appeal to like a more less raunchy type of woman, that's a very drastic switch up.
Well, he's lost. Here's the thing. He's lost. This is what guys do. See, this is what guys got. Guys don't understand. The woman in the relationship is not the problem. It's you. You're the problem in the relationship. I believe in it. Like from Patrice O'Neill, he states a thing called he believes in the king method. It all trickles down from the king. It's a kingdom, not a queendom. So if the king is right, the kingdom falls in order. If a man is happy, everybody around the man is happy. If a man's prosperous, everybody around the man is prosperous. So what he's thinking is, well, my relationship, because it was probably going bad. That black chick was probably running that nigga. I almost assure you that black woman got him, had him in the chokehold. And he was thinking, oh well, fuck, man. How can I get out of this? So he breaks up with her, does a big ass public breakup, and he's thinking, well, let me go try the white side. Let me go do something that's completely opposite, and hopefully that will fix all my fucking relationship problems.
100%. I'm surprised Taylor Swift is going for it. I'm surprised she's not like seeing right through this shit.
Dude, she's just a woman. Dude, once again, a woman is a woman is a woman.
Yeah, man. She's clout hungry too.
Yeah.
Clout?
Yeah, she is the same way. A woman is a woman is a woman. No matter how much money they have, they all go through the same time scale problem.
We're basically living in an episode. You ever seen the Kid Next Door episode where they jump in the pool and then come out the other side, and it's like the inverse reality of like what things should be?
Kids Next Door. That's the one with the big ass tree. You know, those niggas. They're like spies.
Yeah, well, they would jump into a pool and it would take them to their inverse reality where they'd meet like their negative self, basically.
Kids Next Door. I'm trying to remember that. I think that's the hold up second.
It was fired. It was a fired cartoon.
Yeah, code name Kids Next Door. I remember that shit. Yeah, number one. I remember that. I don't remember the exact episode, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's kind of what we're in an inverse reality. Well, it's not really an inverse reality. What's going on is the internet is the inverse reality, and since most people are so attached to their phone, most 99% of people can't differentiate their phone from reality. They are acting out their phone in reality. We hit a critical mass of, like, I guess you would say, radioactivity of the internet. If you learn anything about science, there's a thing called like a half-life. So whenever you have any type of compound or any type of chemical, it decays at a certain rate. And after a certain amount of time, it hits a thing called like a half-life. And at that point, it becomes a different compound. And then it decays again. So the internet has been around for, I think, like almost 30, 40 years, I would say. And the modern internet that we have currently has been around for maybe about a decade or so. So we had about
Can I get a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
With our relationship with the internet and shit, do you see a huge, not to be corny, but like a huge ROI on just saying fuck this shit, fuck Apple, fuck a smartphone, fuck a cell phone, and just completely just saying fuck it? Or are we just at the point where we have to use it as a tool, or get it? Like, you don't, like, is there really just, or that, I guess that'd just be tapping out of.
No. So what the internet is essentially, it is a information speedway. So yeah, you can operate life without the internet, but what happened is that your information is a lot slower. So then you have to depend on television, you have to depend on newspaper, you have to depend on word of mouth, you have to depend on other ways to get your information. So you just be a little bit behind on the information, which is not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It just depends how you're living in life.
No.
But what the problem is, most people are not fucking smart. Like, one of the things you have to understand about life is the logic, the ability to process information and make and formulate and deduce and I forgot the other word, information to come to a general conclusion on something. That is essentially that's what logic is. And so most people are not very good at logic. It's very difficult because you have to practice thinking. And since most people's parents don't teach them how to think, most people's parents don't teach them how to read. And typically most people are just lazy to begin with, because human life is just life is hard. Life is a struggle. Life is a constant battle. And most people don't have the endurance to constantly fight every day. So a lot of people just give up and they just kind of let life happen to them. What happens is that you can't look at information and decipher it and then create a logical conclusion from it. So what happens is you just kind of fall for whatever gimmicks come out and you believe whatever you see. And see, that was much more difficult to do back in the day because, I mean, everything was in reality. So you had to see like a snake oil salesman can sell you some shit, but he had to get the fuck out of town as soon as possible because he's gonna realize everybody realized this shit was horseshit. But now with the internet, new dummies are finding other new dummies every fucking day, and it becomes an echo chamber of information. And since most people are very brittle when it comes to the mind, as far as dealing with constructive criticism, they typically block people, which I think blocking is the gayest thing you can do because you should have to face the consequences of what you fucking say or what you pretend to do. That's why I think the anon thing, like if you're out there talking crazy shit as an anon to people, I don't think that's a fair chain smoke six. I don't think that's a fair thing to do to attack people from an anon account. That's not really fair. It's like, bro, you're hiding behind an anon. So if you're going to be an anon, what I believe the rules should be as an anon is all you should be able to do is put out information and allow people to interpret. You don't get to participate in human life experiences as an anon. That's unfair. And the problem with people who they show their face and they start blocking people is like you let yourself in the echo chamber. So you allow yourself to think you're better than most because you refuse to accept constructive criticism. And that's very bitch-like because women do that. Women hide from constructive criticism. Like a woman will hide, like, and I think all guys have experiences where a woman does you dirty. And then when you try to question her about it, she runs away. And then she comes back 6 months later, like, hey, big head, how you doing? I miss you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, bitch, like, hey, did you forget what the fuck you did 6 months ago? Yeah, I know, but things are different now. And I just want to know how you're doing. Can I suck your dick, please? Like that's how they try to move. And so with a lot of guys become more bitch-like because they're choosing to hide from what they say. Man, part of being a man is accepting and saying what you say, saying what you see, calling the truth, and accepting the consequences that come from what you say. That's why I love Charleston White. Charleston White says, I'm prepared to die, kill, and be in prison for what I believe and for my belief system. And see, that's very powerful as a man because that's how men used to once be. Like imagine George Washington was fucking an anon hiding from Britain, talking all that crazy shit. America wouldn't be what America is. Man used to have balls back in the day. I don't know these new men. I don't know who created them. And what guys don't understand is I largely believe in America because I talked to a guy who was he was a special ops guy. He did cybersecurity. He's like in his 50s now. And he was telling me, he's like, the problem with America is we put a lot of propaganda out there and we scared a lot of men from talking the truth. And now what we have is a deficiency in leadership. And what America has realized now, at least the top brass of America, they have kind of realized that, damn, everybody's scared to fucking like try to step up and be a leader in the country. And now we don't have any leaders. Now we got a bunch of old ass niggas like Trump. And nothing bad with Trump, but the president of America should be a younger guy. He should be like 40 something. Niggas who actually have real stake in the planet. These old guys, they don't have any stake in the planet. That's why they're just like they're passing. These niggas are hardly awake. Like I don't believe there's a national agenda of people trying to make America dumb or any of that shit. I think what happens is I believe all life is a combination of Murphy's Law and Occam's razor. And if you're familiar with Murphy's Law is whatever will go bad, whatever can go bad will go bad at some point in time. And Occam's razor is when faced with two possible explanations for explaining something that happened, go with the simplest explanation. And so what I believe in America is largely what happens to most American things is niggas got lazy and fell asleep at the wheel. And now we just woke up and we're trying to fucking get on course. And it's too late. We're already far off the desert. So now we're trying to figure out how to get back to the fucking the road. And we have no GPS. We got no navigation. And the guys who know how to use the navigation are scared to say anything because the guy who's driving is so confident because he is existing in what's that term for what's the term for somebody who's so stupid that don't understand that they're stupid? It was goddamn, I can't remember the name of the term, but it's a term where essentially if you're smarter people are way more self-aware and they're aware that they can be wrong about things, and people who are stupid are so unself-aware that they can't identify that they're stupid. So they think they're smarter than most people. And essentially all the dumb people who are so stupid, they believe that they know what they're talking about and know what they're doing to the point that they think they make better leaders than the smart people. It says most of America is so stupid because most people don't read, they don't write. The average reading level, math level of Americans like a fourth grader. Essentially, we got a bunch of dum-dums leading another bunch of fourth graders into a fucking ditch. Now, the beauty of life is America has built such a wonderful military defense and has such a fucking strong reputation, like a heavyweight champion. But we're like a heavyweight champion that got CTE. Like we're like Mike Tyson on the back end of his career. So like we have this aura of like invincibility where everybody's scared of us. Like, oh shit, that's fucking Mike Tyson, nigga. And then I think we kind of got knocked out by like the Buster Douglas for us was the COVID shit. Because every other nation is looking at us like, hold up a second, hold on. These niggas are retarded. They crippled their own economy. They put everybody in the house. Hold on, man. These motherfuckers, these niggas are dumb. So now what I almost predict, what I'm scared about is because we're starting to see it now, like the Bajiits, the Mexicans, the Asians, everybody else is starting to come into America and taking our shit. They're like, wait, hold on. You can just come to America and they let you just buy anything. And if you have a kid there, your kids can buy property and own businesses. Oh, these things are dumb. These things are real dumb. We will never let you do that in our country. Not your fucking mind. And if you look at most countries, what's up?
1,000%.
Yeah, if you look at most countries, foreign people can't own property, vote, or even have any real rights in most foreign countries. They make you go through a home. You have to like renounce your citizenship. You got to pay in the property tax. You got to have a certain probation period. Man, in America, all you got to do is get a visa. Or not even get a visa, nigga. You just come over here and fucking have a kid, nigga, then the kid can have property. You can use his social security number, buy property, start a business, get an EIN. America, we have let other people infiltrate us through our own hospitality, which is a good thing. I mean, it's nice that we let people come an opportunity, but you should make it a little bit more difficult for them, and they should have to pay into our system to help build our country instead of just being able to siphon our resources and then build their own shit and send that shit back to their home country where they're worth like $100,000 and then bring more of the people over. So my fear for America is that we're going to essentially be taken over through property ownership. Foreigners are outperforming Americans in America. Yeah, I'm well aware of it. I told you, most Americans are retarded. And the one benefit we do have is that we can speak English and talk in our own language. And guess what? And only in America can another ethnicity come in, buy up all the property, and start their own fucking like city there. Like you're not going to find an American town in China. There's a Chinatown in every fucking major American city. There's an Indian city, and you go look. The whole thing is nothing but Chinese. The whole thing is nothing but Indian. The whole thing is nothing but Spanish. That's only in America that happens. In no other country do they have a place where this is America, like mini America, little America. No, they don't let that shit fly. It's hilarious when you really stop and look at it from like a territorial aspect. America, we are essentially letting ourselves get robbed blind. And the boomers, the older people amongst us, they don't give a shit because they're gonna die. They're taken care of. They got Social Security, all that other shit. But us young people who are rising up and coming up in this state, we're gonna be in trouble. We got nobody. There's nobody protecting our assets. We got sold out. So it's really really a fascinating, like, giant experiment that we're watching as Americans. I enjoy it from a biological standpoint. But yeah, if you have any questions, please ask. I gotta go hit the gym, go get in the sauna, get some workout in. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the chat down, shut down the stream. I appreciate you guys for listening. The youth is still fried, and I'm praying for those of you guys, those of you young people that actually understand and get it. You guys are gonna be Super Saiyans. You guys are destined to be. You guys are gonna be my allies that I'm gonna roll with. Like I'll be Jiraiya, and all you niggas are gonna be my ninja village, and hopefully. My sacrifice in my old age will spur you guys on to be great men to take care of the situation, and you guys can take care of my fucking black Chinese daughter and sons. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Run for race or adapt? Run for society? Yep, adapt, nigga.